If you're in crypto, there's always a set of tools you use, whether you realize it or not. It doesn't matter who you are, a holder, a trader, a builder, or just someone watching the market. Without the right tools, crypto quickly turns into noise. Charts without meaning, tokens without context, and news you don't really understand. Today, we are talking about top 5 services every crypto user relies on. The first service is CoinMarketCap. This is not just a website with prices. This is where you stop looking at individual numbers and start seeing the market as a whole. Almost every crypto journey starts the same way. You hear about coin in chat, on Twitter, on YouTube, anywhere. And the first question is always, what is this thing and how big is it really? CoinMarketCap answers exactly that. Here you see price, market cap, trading volume, circulating supply, and that alone already puts things into perspective. Because a cheap coin at 1 cent can actually be much bigger than a coin price $1,000. CoinMarketCap teaches one very important lesson. In crypto, price means almost nothing without context. Over time, you stop using it just to check the price and start using it to understand market sentiment, see where liquidity is flowing, tell real growth from a short-term pump. This is the foundation. Without it, everything else falls apart. The second service is Blockchain Explorers. For many people, this is the turning point, the moment when crypto stops being promises and becomes verifiable reality. An explorer is a place where you can see everything that actually happened on-chain. Not someone said so, not they posted it in a chat, but what is truly recorded on the blockchain. Here's the key idea. Every blockchain has its own explorer. Ethereum, Solana, BNB Chain, Polygon. Each one has a place where you can check transactions, addresses, and smart contracts. And this changes how you think. Someone tells you, the money was sent, the token was delivered, the contract works. And instead of believing them, you open the Explorer and check. With Explorers, you can confirm that a transaction really happened, see exactly where the funds went, verify if a token is real, understand who controls a smart contract. If something can be verified in an Explorer, either it doesn't exist or you're not being told the full story. Explorers are the foundation of crypto thinking. Without them, you're always dependent on someone else's words. The third service is Dune. You need it at the moment when you realize that price alone doesn't tell the full story. Many crypto projects look great on the surface. Active Twitter, loud announcements, beautiful presentations, but there's always one real question. Is anyone actually using this thing? Dune answers that question. It shows how many users interact with the product, how many transactions are happening, whether activity is growing or declining. Very often, this is where reality hits. A token can go up in price while the number of real users goes down. Dune teaches you to look at behavior, not promises. If a product isn't useful, it eventually becomes obvious in the data. The fourth category is Twitter and Discord. As strange as it sounds, this is where crypto actually lives. Twitter is where the market thinks out loud. Discord is where the market lives from the inside. On Twitter, you start to understand who shapes narratives, what topics really matter, who leads the conversation and who just repeats it. On Discord, you see whether a project has a real community, whether the team actually responds, whether people talk about the product, not just the price. Many problems become visible here long before they show up in the news. Silence is a bad sign. Aggression towards questions is even worse, where crypto becomes practical. And the fifth service is Trustee Plus, because at some point crypto stops being just a market and becomes part of everyday life. Trustee Plus is about usage. It's about being able to store crypto, manage fiat, make transfers and spend funds using a card. This is the important psychological shift. When you can actually pay with crypto, it stops being an abstract asset and becomes a real financial tool. For many people, this is the moment when crypto stops being theory and starts working in real life. Final. So, what do we have? CoinMarketCap, to understand the market as a whole. Explorers, to verify facts instead of trusting words. Dune, to see real usage, not just charts. Twitter and Discord to hear the market directly. Trustee Plus to store and spend crypto without unnecessary complexity. Crypto today is already part of the financial world. And in this world, it's not enough just to talk. You need to know how to navigate it. If you have these tools, you're not looking at the market blindly. Write in the comments if you want the part 2. There are plenty more crypto services we could cover. This was Trustee Talks. Take care of yourself and your finances.